family, so I keep the shit in me. Most of these niggas envy. Keep your eye on the look. And keep your pride to the side no matter what they done took. And keep your paper together like you was holding a book. And when this life gets shook, just know it might get good.
Welcome to the live stream, Black Label Reviews family. We will be reviewing day 193 of the Black Lives Matter protest, state to state. Today, we are starting in Seattle, Washington, and Washington.
Hey, look. I took the moments from my past today. I thought would probably last. I grabbed my pen and pad, point out my heart while they just poured a glass. This for the kid who stuck in class and steady feeling bad cause he ain't seen his dad. Ain't too sure when he coming back. This for the mama working still
Vancouver,
trying to pay the bills. That's trying to keep her composure after her son was killed. Right off Harvey Mill. These fucking cops, they never feel no guilt. What else can you feel when
welcome
you
in, Tosh Time. Thank you for your support.
My sisters and brothers, I love you to death. And I'm gonna start it out with every breath. Inside your mental is potential. You ain't got a jug of finesse. So why life ain't its best, my nigga never forget. It's all good. It's all good. You know, I'm Jordan Fletcher. I'm from North Portland. And I make this song for my trauma. As a black person in America, we always tell ourselves shit is gonna be good. Cause nigga, we don't got no other way to think. We sat here and be sad and upset, nigga, we would never get nothing done. We are strong people. And these white people know that shit. That's why they trying to hold us down. Straight up. I'm Jordan Fletcher. Hold these fucking police accountable for killing kids. Thank you. I'm also on Instagram and Twitter at North Jordan with an F. NORF Jordan, thank you.
North NORF Jordan.
Can y'all make some more noise for my homie Jordan, please?
That was good. Said that. It wasn't loud enough, I guess.
What's up, y'all? My name is Jedi. Before I get this started, I just want to give a shout out and a thanks to all the organizers of this event for coming together to create this memorial for Kevin Peterson Jr. I want to thank all of y'all for coming out here and making an appearance, standing up for Black lives. I want to thank Andrew for being here to make this accessible for people, for the deaf community. And I want to thank Kevin Peterson Jr.'s family for being here. I can only imagine what it takes to show up under a circumstance like this. So my heart goes out to y'all, sincerely. And you know, this is beautiful, by the way, like seeing all these pictures of him I've never seen before, these signs. It brings it more home for me personally, because I did not know Kevin Peterson Jr., but to see the love here, it lands really hard. And when I think about this man who was shot and murdered here in this parking lot, and the reason why he died over some fucking pills, over a failed sting operation. And it kills me because 21 is so young, y'all. He has so many hopes, so many dreams that he'll never be able to fulfill. He just had a child. I don't have any kids, but I can only imagine how much that changes your life. He has a daughter that will never see him. And this is all over his skin color. This is just for being black. Make no mistake about it. We see so many white people getting interactions with the police who end up getting taken to the station in handcuffs. Dylan Roof murdered like 9 people in a church and they got taken to Burger King. This is unacceptable what we're dealing with. And I really hate how desensitized I feel like I've become to this. It seems like every day, every week, we get a new face. I'm beyond fed up. I'm tired of this, y'all. Like, I'm tired of coming to vigils. I'm tired of marching on these streets, saying all these names of black people that deserve to live. Kevin Peterson Jr.'s life mattered. It mattered. He was everything to someone. He was everything to numerous people. He had so much potential still. And to think about how the police handled this man's case, it sickens me. It makes me sick to my stomach, y'all. The way that they handled this shit. They gave more information to the public than they did to his own family in the press release. He laid on this ground for 11 hours straight, and his family couldn't even identify him. You know how traumatizing that must be? This should not be happening. It's sick. And then to learn how they continued to handle it, they smeared his name. They defiled his character. And they also told everybody that he shot at officers. What did we learn? What did we learn about that? It was a lie. Cops lie, people die. Every day. This shit has got to stop. The way the police departments all around the country are handling these cases, handling our precious black lives, is sickening. In Eugene, a couple days ago, Musheen Sharif was shot by Eugene Police Department. 2 whole days passed, and they still hadn't contacted the family. 2 whole days. He was in the luckily he's alive. Do these police departments sound like they are for black lives? They are not. They're not for black lives, and it never has been. The police have never been. There's never been a time when the police force was not an oppressive system. Why? Because it is rooted in oppression and genocide and slave patrols. They are not for black lives. I'll tell you what they are, though. They are all bastards. Okay, make no mistake about it. I'm not sugarcoating this shit. Every single one. Your daddy, he a cop, he's a bastard. Your mom? Yeah, I said something about your mama too. She's a bastard. I do not care. Understand, these police know exactly what they're signing up for, y'all. They know what they're doing. When they put on that uniform, they are supporting the bloodshed, the theft, the killing, and murdering of black people. I understand that some police officers they get into this job because of an economic pressure. I get that. And needing a paycheck is no excuse for rolling around communities, terrorizing people of color, harassing houseless people, and murdering black people. There's no excuse for that. Encourage them to find a new job. Because understand, every single police officer that gets into the force, they become one of 2 types of cops. There's only 2 cops. Understand this. There are cops who kill, and there are cops who watch. That's it. You understand? Both of them are just as bad. Silence is violence. Being complicit in the murder is just as bad. They roll around our communities literally ready to kill us. They have always been since 1705. We cannot continue to have more Kevin Peterson Jr.'s. Please just stop this shit. I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of seeing my Black people killed for no good reason. And then they get off. When is this going to end? It's going to end when we abolish the police. That is when these murders are going to end. Yes, we need to defund them, obviously. But the end goal is abolition. Because if we want the police to stop killing Black people, we have to end the police themselves. Every single social ill that we have in our lives that non-Black people and poor folks deal with, we give it to the police to manage everything. Our schools aren't working. Let's create school policing. Let's put police in schools. Oh, there's a overdose epidemic happening. Let's criminalize drugs and people who share them. You have marriage problems? Let's send police. Mental health services are decimated. Let's send police. Our children are caught in a cycle of violence and despair. Let's call them super predators and then put them in prison for life. This is how we are dealing with our problems in our society right now. It is not working. So we have to abolish them. And when I say abolish, y'all, please understand, it does not mean a vacancy of safety. That's not what we mean. People are like, this world's gonna turn into a chaotic, anarchist, mayhem, roller coaster of destruction. Like, no, do you think we want that shit? We don't want that. We want the world safer. When we can take the money out of their hands and put it into our communities, we're not going to have issues like this. We're not going to have our Black and brown youth dying because of some racist cops. We have to find non-police solutions to our problems. Kevin Peterson, however he lived his life, he was living his life in order to get his needs met. All of behavior is a need trying to get met. The reason why crime even exists is because people feel like they don't have what they need. If Kevin was indeed selling drugs, he might have felt like he needed to do that to survive because he is living in a system that made him feel like he had to resort to that. So we need to get our community, our needs met, and then we're not going to be dealing with the crime. But it's going to take all of us being on the same page. We're going to defund the police and then abolish them. If abolition scares you, if the word abolish scares you, if abolition scares you, please do more research. Okay? Because understand, we're not going to reform this. You know, we've been trying to reform the police for years and years and years. Every single time we reform them, more Black people die. So if we reform them, we're just going to reform the way they're killing Black people. You understand? We are living in reform right now. Reform is what killed George Floyd. Reform killed Breonna Taylor. Reform killed our dear Kevin Peterson Jr. So no more reform. Understand, if you are fighting for reform, you are fighting for the status quo. If you are fighting for abolition, you are fighting for liberation, for Black liberation. Understand, the difference is crucial. Rest in peace to this dear, beautiful brother. May his life not have been in vain. I truly wish the family, I wish the community all the love and support in the world during this time. And understand, if we don't want this to continue to happen, we have to get rid of the police. Y'all, it starts with defunding them, dismantling them, and then ultimately abolishing them, okay? Please look at a website called 8toabolition.com if you've never heard of or don't understand it. But we have to find a way to eliminate the oppressor. The oppressor is killing us. We have to destroy it. Because Black Lives Matter, exactly. Starts with our youth, y'all. Continue to teach our youth. Hold them tight. Teach them that Black is beautiful. Teach them that they do not have to resort to certain ways of living and crime type of ways in order to get what they need. That starts with us as a community making sure they have those wraparound resources so they don't feel like they need to do that. Rest in peace, Kevin Peterson Jr. Say his name.
Kevin Peterson Jr.
Say his name.
Kevin Peterson Jr.
Say his name. Kevin Peterson Jr. Scream his name. Kevin Peterson Jr. I'm going to give him a moment of silence starting now. Thank y'all. It pains me that we continue to have to come together like this under tragedy. But we're going to figure it out, y'all. We are going to figure this out. We got this. When we come together and band together and take care of each other, we don't need to rely on the state anymore. And we don't have to have our Black people continue to be shot and killed by the slave catchers. We have to recognize the power is always in us. It is not in that orange clown. It is not in the police. It is not in politicians. The power is in us. It's always been in us. And they know that. That is why they try to suppress us. But as we band together and realize our power and crush that system, then we will live the life that we dream of. Let's continue to band together and hold each other tight, love each other, use the people's tools, not the oppressor's tools. The oppressor's tools are hate, division, the police. It's transphobia, it's homophobia. It's not listening. It's not being accountable to your actions. These are the oppressor's tools. The people's tools. It's love. It's compassion. It's care. It's looking out for each other. Right? It's mutual aid. It's developing non-police solutions to our problems. Focus on the people's tools. Love each other. And keep Kevin Peterson Jr. in your heart, please, and his family. Everybody put your fist up. Right fist. Power to the people. All power to the people. All power to Black people. All power to brown people. All power to people with disabilities. All power to trans fam. All power to queer folks. All power to the people. All power to the women of the world. All power to the sex worker. All power to the cashier. All power to the teacher. All power to the youth. All power to the people. All power to the people. All power to the Palestinians. All power to the working class. All power to the people. It is in us, y'all. Much love. Take power. The next person we have up to speak, y'all, is my dear, dear friend. Her name is Letha Winston. And I'm not going to share any of her story. I'm going to let her share her own. Give us just a quick second, y'all. Thank you.
How are you? Sorry, I don't know why people are getting kicked off of Facebook. I'm not sure what's going on. I think it's because there is a lot of mainstream media here, and maybe it's taken away my Wi-Fi a little bit. I'm not sure. I didn't think so, but people are getting kicked off of Facebook constantly. So like every time my views start to go up, people just get kicked off. Oh, I asked, did I do something? They said nothing off limits. They just asked that we put like the cash app in the like in it or whatever again. So yeah, I asked beforehand just because last time they didn't want to send me anything. Yeah, I don't even know who the family is. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Real quick, we're gonna actually move Letha's speech to the first speech at the next location. So if you guys are ready, stop moving like two. We're gonna get to the streets. We got planned out, so it's called truck, if you will. I know there's gonna be, I think, some cases for some of the folks that are not walk that far, about a mile. If you have any questions, come and holler. Otherwise, this is gonna start to take it down to follow the truck and the drum line. Thank you guys very much, and we'll see you next location.
Crazy? Aww.
I haven't seen her for like 3 months, and she brought me a mini
Anti-fascist soup for my family.
She brought me a mini soup.
I don't know if you guys can see it very well.
Yes.
That's cute.
I'm putting it on my Christmas tree. I'm gonna hang it from it. I have a mini soup.
So you can throw it.
No. What? You only throw big soup. This is going on my Christmas tree. I don't know.
Soup for my family. For your family.
Littles. That's the most important.
Just a little bit.
The
Just
most,
a sip.
you know those
That
little,
one's for the hamster.
yes, you know those little hot sauces,
Yeah.
little bottles. Yeah, I have one of those too.
Yep.
I glued a little loopy thingy to it, so I can't hang it.
There you go.
I like mini things.
I do too. I go crazy for many things.
I like mini. Yeah, exactly. I don't have to explain it to you. I like miniature things.
Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna message somebody really quick. So 1 second, folks who are watching. So much warmer during the day. I could act. My toes are not frozen right now. So. Are you guys in town for until like the whole weekend or like the
Or you can just go with it every day. We were at my house last night. We adjourned and Tracy.
I never noticed how cool your eyes were. They're like rainbow eyes.
This is from yesterday. This makeup was like accidentally waterproof mascara, and I'm like, oh shit.
Look at her eyes. Can I get your eyes on camera?
Yeah.
Okay. You always look gorgeous. She has like rainbow eyes. Can't believe I never noticed that.
It's like usually really sunny or it's overcast. It shows like the best of you.
Yeah.
All the streamers are there. The circle.
Streamer party. Streamception. Hey, what's up?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. So, we kind of figured out who Shirley is.
Okay, I figured it was the people in front.
We're standing in the front of here.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to film when.
We also GoFundMe and our subscriptions.
The
Yeah, I
KT.
got my infos in the description. Yeah, so please confirm the GoFundMe. Yeah, I don't have any of my stuff on at all.
Hey, Jared.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? I haven't seen RX in a while. I was actually looking for Dak.
Oh, is that good? Yeah, he went to get McRibs for McRibs.
McRibs?
Yeah.
For McDonald's?
Yeah,
Or?
he got like 6 McRibs.
What? Is there a McDonald's close by?
Yeah, it's tough.
Okay. Six McRibs? Are they all for you? It's not live, right? It's just. That'll be good for somebody who tries to come at you.
Somebody gave it to me.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, really?
I just found a cord for it, so I started using it again. How come I wore body cams, but police officers don't?
Right?
Yeah, he's not picking me for ring.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it on me?
Yeah.
I got show though.
Trouble.
He was in like a Zoom meeting with my kids. He was like talking about the police like that, and he's like, "Oh, so you're just fucking saying all the same shit we've been out in the streets saying for months now."
I think he's going to end up protesting with us one day. Bill and Phoenix. He's going to come to go away from the dark side. Then it'll be called Hero Phoenix or something. Yeah, where's everybody watching from? I'm in Vancouver, Washington right now. Hi, Brian. Got no shoes here. Adam, Ian, Trey, Jared, Mason taking the bomb photos over here. Thanks, Gary. Love to meet for
chant is Rest in Power, Calvin Peterson.
That's Ohio.
And we have a strong force of Black Lives Matters protests across Washington today. Vancouver.
Who are we here for? His family. We're standing here. He stands with us. We're standing with his family. So show some respect. Ignore those men on the side.
No, thank you.
Worrying about them. We're gonna be about what we're
Trey
about.
said he ordered like 6 of them.
When we round that corner, raise
Are they
that
all
fist.
for him?
Just keep on going.
Well, Trey said he ordered 6 for himself. I think it's 5. He's probably up front.
I'll go find them.
Pizza and cheeseburgers. If you would say
Check out this
cheeseburgers,
guy's helmet. Isn't that awesome? I need to get me one like that. Or I could just do that to mine that I already have.
He clearly did that.
It's a good idea.
You should do that. You like
I
to be
definitely
creative.
wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't be stealthy at that point.
Do you try to be stealthy at this point? I feel like at this point
Not
you're literally
anymore.
just like.
I mean, I have red pants.
You just,
I used to be.
no, I mean,
But
like
not
at
so
this
much
point,
anymore.
Yeah, you just walk up in front of the cops and just stand. And just stand.
I feel like I'm like invisible to them. Like they don't even see me.
It's not like threatening, but it's not like, it's not like you're complying either.
I appreciate it. Trump jack boots. It's like,
Wait.
not sure.
I guess that was.
Dang, that's awful, Brenda. I'm gonna go up front so I can hear what they're saying. Right? Definitely stand out.
Who's right?
It's like 10 minutes.
I'm really shitty at finding
Yeah, it's all you. It's not raining, it's just cloudy right now. Thank you, Allie, or Sarah. Oh, man. Oh, look at this. Oh, wait. Maybe I'll turn around again. No, I was actually looking at my side. I can't hear. Thanks, Brenda. Hi, Corey.
Everybody say, Black lives ain't matter here. Put your fist up. Black lives ain't matter here. Everybody say, Black lives ain't matter here. 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 No justice, no peace. 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 No justice, no peace.
Oh, shoot.
No justice, no peace.
Is that your burger or is that a...
How do you count a
Can I have a tender knife? Never mind. Not like
No justice, no peace.
It's like a little...
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
Thank you. That's bigger than I wanted, but... That's
Everybody say fuck the cops and the white supremacists. This shit is bananas. Fuck the cops and the white supremacists. This shit is bananas. Fuck the cops and the white supremacists. This shit is bananas. Fuck the cops and the white supremacists.
Good, how are you doing? Are you, what's that?
Another day.
Yep. Are you doing security today?
No.
Oh, there's the snake over there.
I talked to him earlier.
Your friend? No kidding. I'm joking, I know you're not his friend. Yeah, I'm nice. Stop your confrontating. I know, I'm being confrontational. You got your eating too? Everyone's trash. Oh man. We need Hey Pam. Long time no see. I see you right here. There's a drone up there. I wonder if it's our drone or somebody else's.
That's one of ours.
Vancouver, Washington. What's boo? Oh. Vancouver, Washington. Some more people putting up peace signs over here. Don't pick on D today. Give me a beat. I know, I see it too. Okay, I'm gonna try to split up.
Our talk, our mannerism, the black male is the most copied entity on the planet. On the planet. In North Korea, at the DZ, they're doing hip hop dances because of me and you and us, black people. Right. So everybody wants to be black until the cops come. Right? So we're gonna break that one out. Everybody wanna be black until the cops come. Everybody wanna be black. I said everybody wanna be black. We know that everybody wanna be black. I said everybody wanna be black. We know that everybody wanna be black. Everybody wanna be black. Everybody wanna be black. Even the white folks wanna be black. Even the racists wanna be black. Even the white supremacists wanna be black. Everybody wanna be black. I don't know nobody that wants to be that dirty ass. I don't know anybody that does that. Everybody wanna be black. Everybody wanna be black. Everybody wanna be black. Being black is not a crime. 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 Stop killing black people. 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 Everybody come out of your house and into the streets. No justice, no peace. Come to your house and into the streets. No justice, no peace. Say what? Come out of your houses and into the streets. Fuck 12 out of your houses and into the streets. No justice, no peace. Everybody come out of your houses and into the streets. No justice, no peace. Everybody come out of your houses and into the streets. No justice. No peace. No houses. No peace.
I gotta be careful around this.
We're taking it to the Vancouver streets. These like residential streets are really narrow. Kevin Peterson Jr. Kevin Peterson Jr. Kevin Peterson Jr. Kevin Peterson Jr. I don't want to say another motherfucking name. I don't want to say another motherfucking name. Out of your homes and into the streets, no justice, no peace. Woo! No justice, no peace. Out of your homes and into the streets, no justice, no peace. Out of your homes and into the streets, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Woo! No justice, no peace. It's like people are coming out to watch. Here in Washington, in Vancouver. It's just across the river from Portland, so it's very close to us. A lot of people consider like Vancouver the conservative side, and then Portland the liberal side. So, but he was murdered outside of the U.S. Bank parking lot as he was running away from police. The police put out faulty narrative before they even took his body off of the pavement, and had said that he fired first shots, which is untrue. He did have a weapon on him, but he was murdered as he was running away from police. So oh, hi, buddy! Ah! I was like, I know that voice! I have another one. Yes! This is good, right? This is I know. I feel so like cold today though. Like my heart just feels nice. Yeah. I know. I can't say at the moment. But I know what you're thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Make way! Yeah, you got 2 layers on there. Luckily, yeah. Oh, not enough. Oh, look at this guy. He is not happy. These racist cops have got to go! 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 That's real nice, Vicky. Thank you. Hands up, don't shoot. 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 Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot.
Peterson Jr. probably didn't get to hear these words because they just saw him as such a threat that they eliminated him right then and there. They took a life, they played God, they played judge and executioner. They decided that his life was not enough, and they think that we're just gonna forget about him, and we're just gonna say, oh, it's just another black man. It's not. Every black man has a family. Every black man has a mother, has a father, has cousins, uncles. They have years, thousands and thousands of seconds behind their names. They were whole humans. They fucking mattered. They mattered, and they took him away from us.
Join us!
Hold on. We're here for who?
Kevin Peterson Jr.
I said once again, who are we here for?
Kevin Peterson Jr.
We're here for Kevin Peterson Jr. We're here for his family. We're not going to focus on ignorant people. Because ignorance is what got him killed. The lack of acceptance got him killed. I don't know if y'all gonna understand this, but I'm gonna try to say this. Do you understand, lady, why we have to be out here? No. Do you understand why we have to be places like this?
No.
Because we can't go to where oppression isn't. We have to be where oppression is. If it was a white child that got shot by the cops, he would be up in arms. If it was a white child, lost in the wilderness, he would be up in arms.
What if it was your child?
But it's a hard thing to accept for most people. It's a hard thing to accept. But they don't see someone that looks like them. It's a hard thing to accept when someone that does not have the same beliefs as them gets oppressed. That's why we have to come out here. That's why there's so many beautiful faces that don't look like mine out here. Because we have come to realize the things that are dividing us are minute. They don't fucking matter. The things that bring us together, life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, those are the things that matter. That nigga's probably Christian. Jesus spake a parable. And he spake a parable unto them. What man of you having 100 sheep, and he loses one of them, does not leave the 99 in the wilderness and go after which is lost?
Oh my God.
And when he has found it,
Wow, we all have an experience once of trauma. I know my stomach hurts.
I have found my sheep which was lost. Black people are the lost sheep right now. We got people that are vehemently fighting against us. All truth goes through.
It's the backfiring of a car.
First there's ridicule, then it is violently protested against. We're in the violent.
No, it's a good response to have. No, it's a good response
Then
to
it
have.
violently becomes accepted. So my name is Trump.
Just trying to help you control. Yeah.
One day it will be widely accepted.
But you have people literally just drop into the ground as soon as the car backfires there. So if that doesn't show that kind of fear response that we all have right now.
Right about that age. Right little spirit. And threat. So be vigilant and remember the ignorance that's coming toward us and that's going to continue to come toward us. If you come to a vigil to be angry or to harm the people that are having the vigil, that's just more about you than the people that are having the vigil. So let's continue to remember why we're here and understand that when the racism comes toward us, her heart didn't even care about a black life. When it comes toward us, remain vigilant and just continue to speak. Because it will set us free. Everybody say Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
No one's trying to take the spot of our number one
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Yes. Black Lives Matter. Yes. Black Lives Matter. Yes. Black Lives Matter. Yes. Black Lives over there, brother, in the cul-de-sac. So pull up over there. We'll occupy this street. Because whose street? Our street. Whose street? Our land. Whose street? Our land. Whose street? Our land. Whose
I'm gonna put this down. Stolen people on stolen land. Stolen people on stolen land. Stolen people on stolen land. Guys, is my stolen people on stolen land. I want to get up there. I want to get up here. You want Oh, we're about to get a best shot of how many people are really here. There's quite a few. There's a step ladder back this way, on the back side. You probably don't have to work as hard. What? Yeah, me. Fucking badass. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hear me. Thank you. I'm a junior at Jefferson High School. And I'm born and raised in Portland. And I know what Black Portland looks like. My dad knew who he was. And that cut deep. Even if I didn't know him, I posted him on my story and people slid up and was like, that was my homie. That was my friend. I was close. When did we stop disrupting traffic? When did we say that his life didn't matter as much as it used to matter? When did my life stop becoming trendy? If it's a fucking trend to keep that shit up, I better be all over your Instagram feed yelling about Black Lives Matter. You don't get to celebrate my life for the summer, and then when it comes December, it doesn't matter anymore. I am turning 17 in about 9 days. And what I can say is that if I died right now and y'all don't come out into these fucking streets and protest on my damn name, who are you? Who are you to say that my life doesn't matter anymore? Sorry. I struggled a lot to find my voice and to make it feel like it mattered, and it for sure matters. I love you all, and not come to the family and to show up for me no matter what. That's exactly what that means. Your support and you being out here means the entire world. Because it means that you didn't want to change the narrative. It means that you actually think that Kevin Peterson Jr.'s life matters. I'm so sorry. Why are we crushing Black voices?
Why are we still killing Black people? And why don't we care anymore? A lot of people don't go home and ask their white friends, why don't you care anymore? Why don't you care about me anymore? Because that's what it really is. You know that racist shit is happening, but you're not doing anything to end the racism. When your white friend says the N-word, they know it's racist. They said it consciously. They didn't say it on accident. Accidents don't happen. Please don't accidentally shoot someone. They pull out their gun and they shoot. You don't accidentally leave a baby laying there. That wasn't an accident. That was intentional. What were you trying to say? That his life didn't fucking matter? This movement matters to me. Does it matter to you? Oh, that really didn't sound like it. Does this movement matter to you? So, why aren't you telling your friends to stop changing the narrative? Why aren't you still using hashtag Black Lives Matter under every single post? Just because the election is over and just because we settled for Biden does not mean this is over. I never liked him to begin with, but I like him a whole lot more than that orange. So instead of maybe changing the narrative, remember that police left his body on this ground. They left him here and they were saying, yeah, we did it. And then they lied. They lied to our faces. And y'all want to keep them in power? That says a lot. That says a fucking lot. I would just like you to know that I'm not going to allow them to bring pain into my life anymore. If I have to be out here every night, I will be. This lack of energy and this lack of effort is over. I'm tired of it. After this December, I don't care how cold it is. My ass is gonna be out in these streets. You hear me? Say his name. Say his name. Say it again. My Venmo is Layla. My voice does matter, so it would help a lot.
Show some love for Layla, guys. If you could share the stream, that'd be really great. Anybody that's watching, if you haven't shared the stream yet, please share the stream. We want to get as many people watching as possible.
I guess I won't leave y'all with any dead air. Police, at least in Vancouver, get 18 weeks of training and then a gun and a badge. That's less training than a hairdresser. Now, if there are any stylists in the audience, I'm not down in you. My stylist, I'm on COVID right now, so it looks like this. But my stylist is a great. I'll see you. My stylist does a great job. She moved to Atlanta though. But she has more training than the people that police us. Why is it that it takes 6 to 8 years to learn how to practice law? But 18 weeks? And in Oregon is 16. Oregon is 16. 18 weeks, gun, badge, placed in the area where you're not even from. Because and I don't know what it is for Vancouver, but in Portland, 86% of our police force does not reside in Portland. So they come from wherever they're from, come down and police and not care about those people because they're not part of their community, and then leave. That's what our police force does. That's what the chuds do too. They don't live there. They don't live in Portland, but they come to Portland to talk with us or to protest against our budget issues. It's a simple budget issue.
That's right.
It's a simple budget issue. Police in Portland have taken $90 million in the last 11 years. Increased their budget $90 million in the last 11 years. And systemically, our schools have cut their budget every single year. In that 11.
Fuck that.
PPA keeps people employed. The man who was recently just
let go in West Lynn. I don't know his name, I should. But he was on 10 months of leave. 10 months of paid leave. Then got a severance package after the 10 months of paid leave. Your, mine, me, you, everybody's money. Why? Did he protect anybody? No. He killed Teresa Rafe's cousin 10 months before he was put on leave. It's a shame what these people do to our community. The police union is a blight on our society.
That's right.
They don't do anything but keep these racist police force in power and with jobs. So, well, let's hear from the drum line next. Yeah. Frontline drum line, y'all.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mal, M-A-L rhymes with Pal. And I'm here with the Frontline Drum Line. For those of you who don't know who we are, we've been out since late summer just trying to bring energy and focus. So you see, what we do is when we are with y'all and we can get everyone chanting together, then everyone is breathing together. If everyone is breathing together and we are sharing a rhythm, then our hearts can find a sync and we can be in communion with the black and brown lives that we lose every day out here. What we are looking for is a way to remember those who have been lost, because there have been too many of us lost. A few minutes ago, I think we heard, what was it? You said stolen people on stolen land, right? Because that's the situation. So for those of you who don't know, I'm going to give you a little history about the land we're standing on. It belongs to the Cowlitz people. And it matters for some very specific reasons. So back in the day, when this government went to war with some of the indigenous community, they started asking for things. And so the first thing I want to teach y'all is a phrase. I'm going to date myself. Some of y'all might recognize it. It's that I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. So on the count of three, I want everyone to say that. 1, 2, 3. I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. And what that means is I want your labor and I don't want to give you nothing for it. I want you to trust me. When I have all the power, I have all the control, I can control the narrative, I can control every part of this. I just want you to trust me. And that's messed up. And we can look at what they did to the Cowlitz people specifically. They told them that if you do not fight back against us as the government, and y'all just get quiet and go stand in this detainment camp, take care of it, take care of this land so we can pass our needs, our lines, our information, our supply, our knowledge, well then when everything is said and done, we'll give you a reservation. How well y'all think that worked out for them? Right? So when we talk about reform, it's really complicated, particularly for people who have already tried that, who tried it back in the 60s, who tried it back in the 30s, who tried it way back in the day when we were still standing on plantations at the other end of the country. And for those of you who don't know, Black experience in this part of the world is extremely difficult because it's almost entirely white out here. Portland's one of the whitest big cities in America. 6% in the city, 3% in the state. That's it. Oregon, it looks different because y'all got Seattle. I mean, Washington's different because there's Seattle. But for those of you who don't live around here, stuff's messed up. big time. And so when we think about, you know, am I going to get paid on Tuesday for this hamburger today? We have to be very careful with our energy. Now it looks up something like listening groups or listening sessions, focus groups, where they're going to ask you to relive your pain over and over again. These people who took your family member are going to ask you all to sit at a table and say, this time we mean it. Nah, I don't believe them. I don't believe them. Why didn't they believe it 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 100 years ago? Even now, when we look back and we know that slavery was wrong, discrimination is wrong, what do we hear most? It was just the style at the time, right? It was just the way things were. It was necessary evil. How are y'all going to respond to your great-grandchildren when they start asking questions about why this happened? Because I know for a fact, a lot of you are going to be still on Facebook or whatever exists, and you're going to put Dr. King's name in your mouth and on your Facebook, and that's it. At best, you might understand that a riot is a language of the unheard. Maybe. But what's more important is that you understand your position as white moderates, because you're setting the timetable for our freedom. And what's messed up is y'all can't give it to us. You took it in the first place, and we already supposed to have it. So there's a question I need y'all to ask people when they say we need more time or it's moving too fast. How much time do you need? So on the count of 3, say that one. 1, 2, 3. How much time do you need? And be specific. Make them give you a specific answer. Because when we reframe that, what they're saying is that we have no choice but to continue brutalizing you until you've taken enough pain, damage, loss of life for me to actually give a damn now. That's it. And that's all they want us to do. They want us to go to these tables where they have all the power with these busted legs and say that this is the table we need to work from. Well, on this table, our ancestors were lied to, beaten, raped, all of these things. Why do they think I believe your table right now? Why? Based on what? Is the best answer you got, we're going to kill less black people next year? Are you kidding me? And for those of you who don't know, someone who asked that question in a very poignant manner was James Baldwin. Gay black man who was speaking into people's living rooms in the 60s and 70s because he could see what was happening around him. He understood that he had to build his identity outside of whiteness because whiteness has demonized being gay, trans, queer, all of it. Demonized it so deeply that many people who share my own skin don't want me to talk about it. They want me to put that part of my identity behind my racial identity. And they need you to understand I can't do that. It's just not possible. And so if the question becomes, if I just have to focus on my race first, well, how much time do people who look like me need to figure out the rest of it? A lot of folks out here are just hearing this stuff for the first time. You're learning what critical race theory is. Understand that there is so much beyond that that you need to get to yesterday. Yesterday. Some of y'all are going to be sitting in some diversity trainings, which means more shades at the table. Some of y'all will be in inclusion trainings, which means, well, we need to check every single box so we got each person at the table. None of these tables are trying to build justice right now. They're trying to keep themselves from getting sued. They're trying to keep themselves from getting bad PR. And they're trying to do the bare minimum to keep from getting in trouble with us, to stop us from doing this. They aren't trying to figure out what they have to give us in order to make us stop. They're trying to figure out the least amount that they can let trickle to us so that we will stop doing this, and they will say that is civilized. How is it civil to leave a man in the street dying? How is it civilized to kill a woman in her own home when she ain't left yet? How is it civilized to detain people with femme bodies and take advantage of them sexually? But here's the thing. We got to write laws so cops know not to do that. How does that make any sense? It doesn't. And so when we talk about reform, it's a really complicated subject. Looking back at the Cowlitz, who are they supposed to trust with this reform? How much voting has given them land back? Down in Oklahoma, they got a bunch of land back. It was way more complicated than some votes. We didn't get the Civil Rights Act passed because people voted on it. We didn't get interracial marriage because people voted on it. Stop using a narrative that white people or cis people or straight people are going to give us anything. They're not. It's not going to happen. And we need to understand that we have an opportunity to build our identities and ourselves and our methods of action outside of it. Right now, a term is becoming more popularized. You're hearing decolonize yourself. Decolonize your organization. Decolonization is not a metaphor, y'all. It's not. I'm going to say that one together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Decolonization is not a metaphor. You need to really look at some of the things that you're doing and straight up discard them into the trash. Because what we've got right now, man, a man died in the street on his own. And man, a man died hollering for his dead mother under somebody's knee on camera. They passing out lynch cards like they did 100 years ago, y'all. That's all this is. Lynch cards so that we know what's what, we know who's in charge. And when we say no more, well, they say, well, let us kill a few more while we figure out, how to get you off our back. So when you look at the methods that you're using to try and rebuild this world, when we finally get this revolution, we need to build in another way. We need to not just mirror the systems that have been built into us. Power structures which focus on authority, which centralize authority, and then continue to drive it upward, because that's how we end up with children in this country with no food in their mouths and billionaires. People who could literally fix the problem in a week. And it's like 30 people. That's it. It's 30 people. And if they could get their shit together for long enough, they could fix the problems, but they don't want to. Are they down here? No. Do you think they feel safe down here? So what does that tell you about the world that has been built for them? Who's safe in this world and who's not safe in this world? Because we have a whole bunch of human beings here who have been reminded of how unsafe this world is for them specifically. Figure out what you need, figure out your front line, agitate, be loud. Do what we're doing here in your office if you have to. Who's walked into their HR office and asked about your diversity panels? And if you have, who's on it? Is it a bunch of helpful white people? I mean, is it black and brown folks? And if it's not black and brown folks, you need to figure out if it's because they're not hiring them in the first place, which is discriminatory hiring practices, or if they just don't give a damn. Because they might not. And you need to find a way to make them do so. And we're out here with that energy where we understand that people like that woman across the street might think less of us. I mean, I really don't care about her. But some people might think less of us. Well, set the timetable for freedom because people aren't ready to accept that yet. Tell them no. Tell them it's too late for that. Tell them any answer other than we are changing everything today is unacceptable. Because all it does is mirror those same systems which are currently killing us and telling us to be thankful for it and giving them an opportunity to say it's our own damn fault. That's all I have to say. I appreciate everybody who's out here right now. If you have interest in supporting the Drumline, please check us out at Frontline Drumline on Instagram. Otherwise, thank you so much. Stay loud, y'all. Stay up.
Hey y'all, thank you for being out here. My name is Elruka. I just want to talk about how personal. This is to us. I just want to talk about mental health and how scrolling on our Instagram, scrolling through our timelines and seeing these senseless killings, seeing these police brutality cases, seeing all of this really affects us in so many ways that we don't think of at the time. But when we see that, it continues to desensitize us to this racism, to this system that was built to suppress us and oppress us. We are constantly being desensitized. And it hurts. It hurts to see these killings, and it hurts to see us getting killed. It hurts. And how do we process? How are we supposed to process these things when we aren't given the materials that we need to help us process it? It hurts. Saying these names, constantly being out here, hearing about this, it hurts. It's painful. Kevin Peterson Jr. did not deserve this. He did not deserve he did not deserve what happened to him. And it's crazy because his name wasn't just another name. He was a person, he was a human being, he was a father, he was a son. My heart goes out to the family. I love you all. It hurts me because my friend Travis in Louisville, he just got killed by, we love Travis. We stand in solidarity continuously. It hurt. He was my friend. And to say his name, having to say his name over and over again, having to hear his name when I knew him and I knew what kind of person he is and I knew that he didn't deserve that treatment. I knew him. And it breaks my heart that we constantly have to be out here saying these different names. It hurts the Black community. It hurts us. We hold each and every single name so dearly to our hearts. But nobody seems to listen. They're not getting the message. Since day one, they didn't care about us. White colonists came to Africa and took us from our homeland and packed us in. That's what we were to them. Our life did not matter from the beginning.
Black Label Reviews, breaking news, Wendy Williams' mother has passed. Shirley Williams has passed today, and this is breaking news. Apparently, her mom has passed about 6 hours ago, Black Label Reviews family. Our prayers are with you, Wendy Williams, and God bless you and your family. So sorry for your loss.
We're done. I'm tired of saying all these fucking names. I'm tired of being out here. It's not cool. Like this, it's not, I can't process it. I have trouble sleeping at night because of all these names, all these people. And it hurts. It hurts really bad. And we all have that pain and trauma. We carry it with us every single day of our lives. In some type of way, we realize, I'm sorry. I'm just hurt. I have faith though. I have faith that we're going to come together and we're going to create change. I have faith. I have hope every single day. That's something that I don't know. I feel it though. I feel the energy. I feel like now is our time. It's time to stand up and fight back. We're not being quiet anymore. That's right. I'm tired of letting white people tell me how I'm supposed to feel. So keep speaking up, keep fighting. This fight is going to be long, but we're going to get it done. That's right. Change is going to come. I promise. Thank you. What's that memo? I be using my mom's because I'm 17. So it's ANGFREE12. Thank you.
So if everybody could please share the stream, that'd be great.
So we're going to turn around and head back to him. But before we do that, I just wanted to say, do you know why we came to this position right here, to this spot right here? Something that's really important is that when Black people are killed, especially here in the Northwest, they just act like it didn't happen. Right here where we're standing at today, this is where Carlos Hunter got shot last year by the police in a drug raid, and they said he had a .40 caliber. Does that sound familiar at all? This is a grown man. I'm talking 40-something years old with kids. 5 kids. I got 4 kids, so I know what that feels like. and they shot him talking about some drug raids. Right here. Y'all didn't hear about that? Outside of Vancouver, y'all hear about that? Pretty mixed, right? Let's make sure that everybody knows what's happening here. What's happening here in the Northwest? Just in the past month, how many lives have we lost?
Too many.
From Ashland, I'm not even going to talk about Yakima and all that. They shoot people every week up there. But they said, oh, they was Mexican, they wasn't black, so nobody cares, nobody marching. They shoot white folks all the time. Why don't they care? When someone says, how come you only care when black lives? No, we care about our lives. I don't care if they care about their lives or not. We care about our lives. It's not their job to kill us. We're going to head back to the location that we started at because all marchers should go in a loop for safety purpose. Yeah. I'll let everybody here, and I want you guys to know that. And we're going to get over there, and we're going to leave around nightfall. I want everybody to be safe. Stay focused on the reason that we are here. This has been amazing already, and we have more in store. So thank you. Let's get moving. Before we move, let's have a quick 30-second moment of silence for Carlos.
Silence for Carlos, everybody.
Hey, we're having a moment of silence for Carlos, everybody.
Carlos. Moment of silence for Carlos, who was just killed by the police.
I love the squeaks. I need a lead card, generator.
Basically everything, like, we're all here.
So, right?
Here you are. I'm a whole motherfucking chicken. Y'all ass. Did you not see me when I fucking up? No, I mean, listen, if you want to throw me on your soda right here, but I'm not trying to jump. Hi, motherfucker, Ryan. Hiya.
Yo, Luna.
Now it is, yeah. Okay, now I agree. I feel like it's gotten smaller. Put it on. Okay. Like, no! But he would not stop. I'm a whole chicken.
I'm like, I got sold. I got Jack Joe. I was like that.
I would have that.
Grab the backpack. All right, you're hired. Sorry, Mr.
Hey, what's up? Where am I?
I don't know if this is, I think this is Hazel Dell technically.
Yeah, it is Taste of the Community.
And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Oh, turntables going on. I don't think I've ever seen you do that.
Really? I do it all the time. I'm always dancing. I should like do a routine like this.
Yes, I'll do it. I'll do it.
I have I'm dancing, you guys. Sorry if I'm moving around too much.
We're just dancing.
Decent. Come on. You're okay.
My bad.
Go that first time? Thank you. I can see walking the way there.
Pound up the likes, Black Label Reviews family.
From the East Coast.
And be sure to drop a comment
right
below
now.
after the stream.
We should just do off the whole way there. Do off the whole way.
Hard, man. I play that at least.
Hey, Angie. Now I feel like I'm gonna die because I'm so out of breath, but I did it. I'm only about to die now.
Hey, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, I like white folks, I don't like you. Other niggas in the hood wanna fight you. Surprise, they don't jump when you try to slide. Surprise, the niggas in the east, mama, try to find you. We gon' fuck around. I'm on the ride, the king ride. Yeah, that's why you're always like firing through dancing or whatever, and I'm like, my bag. Like I was like, yeah, no.
Good energy here today.
Breaking so cold. Mama so low. Trust, spending trust, full money on the floor. On the place where you probably can't go. Spend for some people that you probably ain't know. But you don't know that it's probably gonna blow. If you say go, then they probably gonna go. If you trust, then you probably gonna go. If you not believe it, you probably ain't know. And you get chill.
Yeah, okay. That's
They gon' probably feel broke. Feel warm, you know, probably
Donald Trump. Fuck you. Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, 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 I will build a great wall on our southern border, and I will have Mexico pay for that wall. Mark my words. I fuck with Mexicans, got a plug with Mexicans from a little switch who I call Mexican. Comedy Central ass niggas come be the president. Hold up, tell the world how you fuck with Mexicans. Wanna be the USA without Mexicans. And if it's time to take up shit, let's begin. Black love, brown in the sense again. White people feel the same as my Mexican. Let's God bless the kids. God bless the kids. This nigga wicked and weird. When me and Nip link, that's Bloods and Crips. We over here like rather, we gon' crash some shit. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Everybody fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, 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 fuck Donald Trump.
You know what? Little kids are allowed to say fuck.
The views expressed on this recording are solely those of the artist, and by no means do we encourage or condone violence against law officials.
It's for you. It's for you. Yeah, it's for my street niggas. Feel it. On the count of three, say fuck the police. 1, 2, 3, fuck. Yeah, fuck. Applaud it, nigga. We can lose the cure, but we got enough of them. My niggas on the corner, they diving and dumping. For real. It seems like we got these fake cops. They thought they had it done. Made a mistake, cops. I ain't turning on the TV. I can't. Do it. Come on, how do you do it? I don't even know what it looks like right now.
Black Label Reviews, and we are reviewing day 193 of the Black Lives Matter protest movement state to state. Today, we are in Vancouver, Washington, and Seattle. Tap up the likes, Black Label Reviews family, and drop a comment below after the stream. Feel free to intertwine with the chat. Please keep it clean. One love.
Tell me who protects me from you. I got why text you leaving you. All the niggas see in the news. It's cop corruption. Niggas getting popped for nothing. And niggas getting stopped and the cops pull out blocks and bucks. But y'all need to get shot for nothing. Cause we don't hold back. We let go. We don't say damn. We just say whoa. Get up. Come straight from the underground. Niggas got it bad cause I'm brown. Other brothers so police speak. They have the authority to kill a minority. These niggas ain't the one. I'm in jail. We can talk in the middle of the sound. Hey, I'm a teenager. Little bit of gold in a pager. Looking for the product. Taking every mother and selling narcotics. I haven't heard that song in a minute. These honest things when I finish, bring the yellow tape. The scene of the slaughters. It's all of rain and water. I don't know if the facts are what. So you nigga down and grabbing his nuts. And on the other hand, without a gun, you can't get none. But don't let it be a black and a white one. Cause they'll slam y'all down to the street top. Black police showing out for the white cops. will swarm on any motherfucker in a blue uniform. Just cause I'm from the CBT, the police are afraid of me. A young nigga on the wall, and when I finish, it's gonna be a fun day. Shine in LA, downtown got something to say. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Weapon is capping a stash spot for the so-called bomb. Push your way up the man as they rap the song. Flash it behind it. But they scared of a nigga, so they make me to blind me. That shit don't work, I just laugh. The kids in my head, I'm spinning my path. And I said, fuck you, punk. My brains and shit. It's all junk. Stand with a big ass badge and a gun in your hand. The guns to you, I know what they fuck you. Killers, the label is killers. They hate our skin, but our culture is the illest. They tell me, how does that make sense? Gave the cops so pennies, couldn't keep my 2 cents. See my cops showing out, acting like we 2020, so tell me why we still fighting for our freedom. Kids on the street fighting for their life, while the niggas read. $1 for a life. Same niggas skip a meal just to worry what you eating. How you break your bread, or how you like to spend your weekend. Believe I ship and trip over the shit that I be seeing, but instead I keep my boots. Everybody got their reasons. Colors always sleep, but you start getting what they mean. It ain't the evil, it's the ego. They be evil to sleep, but it's fantastic. First of all, the radar now. Competition in their house. I'll be mine. All in the time. That's why you'll be mine. All in the time. You'll be time. That's why I'll be mine. All in the time. That's why you'll be mine. My idols, Big J, Cole, West, they wanna play to the table, but stop fumbling these verses. Easily replaced, they willing to put the work in. Everything in life you follow, things you're meant to be inserted. Say you're Mars, or you thinking that you hot now. Should I study the game, thinking I'm ready for a spot now? To find the things in life, Mercedes with the gold rims, no black teams, it's a classic top down. Two niggas get shot, so we get shot the next week. Niggas take the chance to try to stop me. What's the price of a black man life? Price is the gift to save enough.
Prisons like 1 year in Tacoma who lock people up for fucking money. You got
human beings telling you that they feel like pieces of merchandise, which is facts. He wanted to know, and the detainee wanted to know how much he was worth. And the guy told him he was worth $75 a night. His fucking life and freedom was worth $75 a night to the U.S. government. Fuck ICE, they need to go. There's no need for ICE in this country. No need. Fuck ICE.
Repeat after me. Repeat after me. Say hey.
Yeah. And they asked me to put my tax out. Honestly, I raised it up to fix my car. I'm tripping on that. But all y'all that are here, open up your fucking pockets. Because words don't mean nothing. Take care of his child. He got a baby. Kevin Pearson didn't have a baby. You take care of that child. You go to his mother and ask him, do you need diapers? We got you. You need wipes? We got you. Christmas is coming up. You support his family. Because words are great, but they don't mean all that much when the bills are due. Words don't mean much when the bills are due. Open up your pockets. That's all I got to say. My name is Mars. You can find me on social media on Mars. But donate to the family of Kevin Pearson Jr. The name of the song is Only Due Time.
I'm so glad to
You
be
can find it
here.
on my page.
I feel like I'm home with my family for like the
You can
weekend.
donate to his family.
Hey, give Mars a round of applause because that sample was hot, huh? They didn't think about Kanye no more. It's like that be street talking, right? I got one for y'all.
I'm a nigga and I can't go outside. Looking bad on my nose, but I'm back inside. I'm a nigga and I can't go outside. I need the dollars, got these dollars, put this line on my mind. I'm a nigga and I can't go outside. They make it harder by the day, I need to do this with my life. I'm a nigga and I can't go outside.
I'm also holding the gimbal with my broken ass and the cold weather makes it hurt so much more. The gaggling streams up here. I'm gonna go join the gaggle. I'm gonna join the gaggle of streamers up here. Hey. Hi. Yeah, could you? Good. Nope. Good, I still got it. I was like, I might lose my voice today, but I won't. Ooh, a pocket gin lover. That's a bad idea. Usually just keep a pocket joint. No loss complaining. Oh, there's nothing.
Motherfuckers. I'm here to speak on my We need to come together. go round and make the border further brown. When I left, gotta take a green card for me and my child. The rest was team under the table. That's all that's about. So John did it to a big God. Why we gotta
Oh yeah, that's it.
for the natives? Why we ain't here? Why you give us no perks? We need growth. Trying to make America great. You will say.
To 75% of the parole rate, whatever they parole them. Flash forward to 2019, after this surge in private prisons, and in 2019, they did not approve not one case to be paroled, not one. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure I don't have to spell it out, but if you can do the math, and in 2016, they approved up to 75% of immigrants that, were getting their case reviewed. All of a sudden, this surge in private prisons pops up, and by 2019, nobody gets parole. They literally are building these privately owned prisons and filling them up with our people for profit.
Fuck that.
Also in Louisiana is where the Dr. Man is, the one who is performing these hysterectomies. All in Louisiana, all in this little region. I don't know, but women are telling you that it is like an experimental concentration camp. You can only imagine the fucking horrors that happen in there. When you have people telling you things like that, pay a fucking attention. Pay attention. Okay? Women who come here from Mexico and South America, people have to understand the trauma and what they are escaping in their country. I speak about it all the time. It is nothing new. There is femicide. It's an epidemic. Women are murdered for the simple fact of being women. 10 women are murdered a day. Every 4 hours, a woman is raped or kidnapped or violated in some type of way. So when they come here and they're seeking asylum, know what they're going through. Know the trauma that they've already lived through. When girls are born in Mexico, South America, people literally say, poor girl, poor thing, she's gonna have a life of nothing but suffering. And it's no. And they come here, and like I said, you rip their children from them and their wounds from their body. Those are crimes against humanity that need to be paid for. Government, they need to be fucking overthrown. Seriously, burn it the fuck down. Sick of this shit. Sick of it. Alright. Be sorry. Speak the truth. Woo. Yeah. So basically, we are stuck here right now because, this is the immigration court. So basically, people come here when they're getting their immigration cases reviewed. Did I just put it like I did last time? Or do I need to? Sorry, I have something I want to play for you guys.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I meant to say Travis Nagby, but both of us. Say his name. Say his name, Kevin Peterson Jr. Say his name. Kevin Peterson Jr. Say his name, Kevin Peterson Jr. One thing that Travis left with us was to keep going. No matter what, to keep going. You saw the police in Eugene the other day try to pull up with riot gear when there was only 30 people. Constantly, we're going to be intimidated by chuds, by police, but it's on us to keep going. It should be like this every single day. Nothing has changed since the day that Kevin died. There's been no justice. So why is there not just as many people as the day of the vigil? That's a problem. We need to keep going. If we got our back, we got our back. We don't need to worry about nobody else. Thank you.
Repeat after me. We're marching. 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 To justice. To justice. For our brothers. For our brothers. And our sisters. And our sisters. And we're marching. We're marching. To justice. To justice. For our brothers. And our cousins. And our cousins. And we're marching. We're marching. To justice. To justice. For our fathers. For our fathers. And our mothers. And our mothers. And we're marching. We're marching. To justice. To justice. For each other. For each other. For each other. For each other. And we're marching. We're marching. To justice. To justice. For our siblings. For our siblings. And our cousins. And our cousins. And we're marching. We're marching. To justice. To justice. For our aunties. For our aunties. And our uncles. And our uncles. And we're marching. We're marching. To justice. To justice. For Kevin Peterson Jr. For Kevin Peterson Jr. So we're marching. We're marching. To justice. To justice. For Kevin Peterson Jr. For Kevin Peterson Jr. Say his name. Kevin Peterson Jr. Say his name. Kevin Peterson Jr. Who'd they murder? Kevin Peterson Jr. Who'd they murder? Kevin Peterson Jr. Justice for 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 Kevin Peterson Jr. I'll make some noise for yourselves. We're about to take it back. Everybody wanna be black until the cops come. Everybody wants to be black until the cops come. Everybody wanna be black. I said everybody wanna be black. We know that everybody wanna be black. My favorite chant is everybody wants to be black. Everybody wanna be black. Everybody wanna be black. Even the racists, they wanna be black. Everybody wanna be black. Everybody wanna be black. Everybody wanna be black. Everybody wanna be black. Wanna be black.
Happy Sunday.
Out. Act like we even exist. They do not deserve our attention. Remember, who are we here for? We are not here for them, so do not give them any attention. That's what they want. Ice them out completely.
Those are, I guess you would call them patriots. Far right activists. I'm not really sure anymore. I don't want to say chuds. The group in the parking lot. They're like flag wavers, counter protesters. Some people call them poor boys. I wouldn't say that. You guys think they look tough? That guy has a baseball bat, but at least it doesn't have like pokey things on it. They're wearing camo, but they're not doing a very good job of hiding. Not being very conspicuous. I'm at 20%, but I think we're almost done. So I don't really want to. Yeah, real guns, but both sides have real guns. There's probably an equal amount of guns on each side that I can see anyway. Oh, there's more of them. There's Jake. Stay back here for a sec. You scared me for like half a second. I think so. It looks like it's a little section. Very extra. I don't get why they're wearing camouflage. Like, what are they trying to hide behind? There's no trees around. I was saying that there's probably an equal amount of guns that I can see anyway on between both sides. Let me get a close up of this guy.
Oh yes, Black Label Reviews family. This is definitely an armed protest. Open carry. Weapons are being displayed on both sides.
So you can't see him as well.
Count up the lights.
I think.
What is?
I think that
cracker?
Chud, maybe. I think that Chud's gravitate to camera.
Yeah. I agree. Hey! How you doing?
I have a fucked up neck, asshole. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Forgive me. Are you doing okay? Good.
Hey. Oh, that's a nice shield. I don't know if I want to be in the very front because I'm not wearing my vest right now. They do look very silly though. Idina? Just keeping an eye on them. So they're giant guns. What does that say? Bohica, fuck Antifa? What's Bohica? Bohica, fuck Antifa. What's Bohica? Or I'm right here too if you need a hand.
That's how much you don't care about this, bro.
There's a black conservative preacher right there. That's his screen name. There's a little armored vehicle there. A ton of flags on the back of that one. So cute. So fun. Should I say hi to Jake? Hey, buddy. Jake, you suck!
Dude, seriously?
Not because you sick.
Jake, stop!
He's not scared.
Seriously, won't carry you.
Bend over, here it comes. Oh, really? Here it comes again? Oh, wow. Did not know that. Interesting. Learn something new every day.
Look, Jake!
Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
Where'd you get the flower?
They were passing it out.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm just making sure they don't come at us.
Hey. Jake sucks!
You're screwed!
Oh my goodness.
Go back to your home!
Go back to your home!
Did it go this time?
Go home!
Get a job!
Piece of shit!
Go to work!
Okay.
The family doesn't want us engaging.
Alright.
You're gonna say, come on.
Alright. Agreed.
Come on, guys, let's go!
I don't like that guy. Wasn't me, yelling. A hot and sweaty man. Ugh. Make sure my friends are okay over here though.
We'll see if they try to
So just more scared about because we're all suited and armed now?
There's no water. Did you see the reinforcements coming from the back? It was late. That shit was hilarious.
There were some guys like hiding in the bushes in camo. You see that?
Snipers and shit. It's like, but you're not doing a very good job. But we see you, bitch.
I'm gonna need your help. Taking off this vest.
I just saw Trey. He's okay. I think. Hi, Shiloh viewer.
Hi, Shiloh viewer.
Yeah.
What's happening out there?
Nothing.
Nothing. I just see
100%.
shit.
It looks like crowd is gathered on the corner of Hard Rock.
Yeah, they're just talking crap.
Okay.
Yeah, we've all pulled back.
What's that?
Peanut butter boys. There's Trey. In the street. I'm so hungry. I think I have a protein shake in my car. Where did Chunkus go? Oh, there it is. I watch you all the time. Somebody was just asking if you're okay. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. See, he's alive and well.
Hey, open up.
Yeah, look at all your money.
What does that mean? Backs and backs. I need to find that little food cart. Oh shoot, Baskin Robbins.
Sorry.
I should. There's some Nutri-Grain, Big Bar, those are good. Oh, you're fine. I got you. Big Bar, yeah, that's good. No.
But I want to say some stuff real quick. I'm saying this for the family.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Sure, you're welcome.
Oh wow.
Oh wait, this one is
The
not
loss
this
of a
one.
child.
Okay.
But wait, where can I put that
Loss
so that you're
of a
more
child.
Maybe I'll take it. I'll get it on.
Yeah, put it
Thank you.
Terrible
Lynn,
people.
you're awesome. Thank you so I don't know if you want me to.
I do.
Oh,
It's something.
I appreciate it. Are you taking it?
Thank you,
It
sweetie.
doesn't have to
Are you
go.
taking it off right now?
And nation divided. We have this constant when a young black person gets slain by police, we get this question: what did he do? Did he deserve it? They try to paint a narrative to harm someone's grieving process. I don't know how many of you guys are from Vancouver. Can you just raise your hands if you're from Vancouver? How many of y'all from Portland? I want you to realize something within that. This community, Vancouver's community, should be standing behind this family. It's a thing that people rather protect property than to acknowledge what this black family has gone through. It's a funny thing that those people protecting that property say, we're here for our community. This is your community.
Right, yeah.
This family is your community. And before your judgments of any individual, he is owed due process.
Oh.
There's a question that they always ask. That question doesn't fucking matter. That life fucking matters. It's sad that we have to take these moments, that this family has to make a sacrifice to teach us a lesson that we should have learned umpteen years ago. That people still put property and their ignorance before their hearts. That it's too much of a challenge to sit up here and question the system that laid down another black life. We are owed life, love, and the pursuit of happiness. I'm gonna say something that's gonna be hard for y'all to hear, but I need y'all to hear this. When we talk about justice, we're talking about it in their system. In their system, justice is revenge. A rose by any other fucking name is still a rose. So when we speak about justice, we are not saying that a deputy or a sheriff or an officer is your judge, jury, and executioner. When we speak about justice, it's not upon revenge. When we speak about justice, we speak about due process. We speak about the chance to have a chance. When we come out to march, when we come out to mourn, when we come out to have a vigil, we need to remember all the precious moments. And even if you don't know the individual, you can get to know their family. You can get to know your community. I don't ask for blind rage, but I do ask for these moments to fill your heart. This is a sacrifice that this family has made. His children have to live without a father. The mother has lost a son. So before we let someone else control this narrative for this family, say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Every individual under the sun is owed civil rights, is owed the chance to make their life have meaning. When a cop shoots down a black man, they take that away from us. They take the opportunity of what they are yet to become to come to fruition. In this movement, in this time, we must come together. Let no shade divide you. Take transgressions that were brought upon you and push them to the fucking side. We must be united. We must stand together. And we must realize, even if you're from Oregon, that you're a part of this community. That as this family mourns, you owe them the obligation to stand by their side. Criticizing, chastising has no part here. I'm sorry for your loss. I will never understand that pain. I know that we live in a society that has hurt you more than most will ever know. Hopefully, no one else will have to understand that pain. Your child was owed more than that. As we march forward, and we come to realize that there probably will be more names for us to say. Realize that they are going to change the narrative in their favor. Realize they're going to manipulate the story to fit their situation. But also realize that we don't have to stand for their lies anymore. We don't have to sit quietly for their stories that they try to force feed us. We can stand together, united, because we owe someone's family that. Fist up for Kevin. When these fingers are divided, they're easy to break. But when this fist comes together, it's a sign of a community. It is a sign of the people. It is a sign of liberation. Stay strong. Stay together. Help out this family in this time of the need. Don't let ignorant minds change you from this goal. When we say Black Lives Matter, we don't only mean the slang. We don't only mean it when we're in the streets. We mean it when a family needs us. Thank you. Come to the stage. It's Tomahawk. I want you to put your hands together and show your love.
I know, you're right, but Black voices need to be heard.
Like over here.
Let me talk to you. Come on. It's okay.
Take it over here. You don't got a mask on, so take it all the way over there.
Come up here today with the family. Come up here today to sing a song with representation of both African American men and women. We stand on this land, there are teachings that come from this land that need to come back to the people. They need to be shared. And one of the things that comes from the elders of this land is about the 7th generation teachings. And those teachings are, don't do anything in your generation that will be affecting the next 7 that you won't be proud of. That you can't stand there and be proud of that moment. So if you're going to be here, if you're going to stand for a family, if you're going to stand as a community, this right here represents those shades of men. You have all the colors of men on here. The red people, the black people, the white people, the yellow, and everything in between. That's what's on the stick here. That's for this drum here. For this song that I'm going to sing. The song that I'm going to sing, the first one, is a song for all the people that are gathered here today. Because what you're doing right now, right here in this moment, is you're representing those 7 generations. And you're doing something in this moment to be proud of. You're standing as a family, you're standing as a community, you're standing as a people. There's something that you see as wrong. And the only way to change that is to start within your household and build a good human being into the future. For your children, your grandchildren, for everybody that you touch, for everybody that you speak to, for every word that comes out of your mouth. Raise the people around you up. Don't bring them down. The world will try to do that on its own. Everybody that's out here, down there, is going to try to do that too. But if you give in to that, then you're giving in to the wrong side of yourself. Because everybody has darkness and light in them. But the only one that wins is the one that you feed. Period. So I'm going to bring this song, and I'm going to give this honor to the people, a blessing over all the people that are here, particularly for the family. And then I'm going to sing a song particularly for KP, for his travel, for his journey back to his ancestors. Because this right here shouldn't be happening. This right here shouldn't be something you should have to gather about, but it is. It's something that occurs right now because those ways, those teachings have been lost. They're not being taught to the little kids anymore. That respect, that honor, the real way to be a man within your community. And until that is passed down and carried in the right way, until the men are supporting the women, and the women and the men are supporting the children, and those elders are passing those teachings down, there's going to be a breakdown, and things like this can happen. And it happens because people don't have that connection. When you have that connection and you can stand like this together, then you got everything you need in life. Money, all the rest of that isn't going to be important. That person standing beside you in your weakest moment is the person that's most important to you because they're willing to lift you up.
Yeah.
My voice is loud too, so it's going to carry. And the second song. Just for you, Kevin Peterson. Good.
absolutely mourn. It makes me want to change the world. It makes me want to stop this racism. Because I should not have to be fighting for my life every single day just because of the color of my skin. We are tired. It's been 6 months since George Floyd was murdered. It's 6 months for the white allies that come out here, but it's been forever for us. We are tired. We are exhausted. I'm tired of seeing these black moms crying because their children are being taken at the hands of white supremacists. It is time for us to demand change. You guys being out here, yelling, chanting, voting, that's changing the world. This is how we're going to get justice. If we come together and be one, that's how we're going to get justice for our people. Yes, we have a lot of people to back us up, but if all the black people ain't out here fighting for ourselves, then who else is going to fight for us? We can't let all the white people just give march for us because they're going to give us the wrong kind of justice. We want to get our own justice for our people. What's the help? So please continue fighting for justice for Kevin Peterson Jr. and all the other black lives that have been taken from us. We will get through this together. And once we get through this, we're going to help the other people, help them get justice for everybody else. We have to continue to fight. Thank you.
Thank y'all for still being here tonight. This is not an easy thing to process. I met Kevin Peterson Sr. today for the first time. I was really surprised to see that he looks like the same age as me. That says a lot because I leave the house worried that I'm going to get shot by the cops. And I think about how my son is 18, I worry about how he's going to need the help and get shot by the cops. And my other son is 17. And I wonder how he's going to feel if the cops harassing him. And how his little sister's going to feel. And how my baby daughter's going to think about us when she's an adult. If we still have police killing him. How is my daughter supposed to feel safe if I don't feel safe, if her big brothers don't feel safe? How does that work? I can't begin to express how hard it is to lose a child. I lost a child once, and I never talked about it. And it fucked me up. Like, it fucked me up. It broke my soul. And my child was a baby. The press asked me earlier today, they asked me, what kind of person was Kevin Peterson? And I told him he's 21 years old. How the fuck am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know who he is? He hasn't grown up yet. They keep asking us what it is that we did. Like Mona said earlier, they want to ask us why it happened. They want to find a justification so they can go back into their little hole and watch their cable TV and pretend this didn't happen. They want to put their hashtag on Facebook and say they did their part. But what is our part? All of us have to ask, what is our part? What difference can we make? Stop asking the activists around you how you can help and just go help. Stop asking, what can I do to help the movement? Be in it. Should I give some money to this family? Yes. Yes. Should I support these activists doing the work that I will do? Yes. Should I show up when you guys have marches and shit? Yes. Like, what is the question? We love to pretend we don't know what to do when we don't want to actually do something. For real. We love to pretend we're confused when someone says something that we don't agree with. We know what the hell it is. We have a family right here, and if we can't see it, what's wrong with us? If we don't understand, listen, this is personal. If this ain't personal to you, what are you doing? Omar Ismail Ali, Carlos Hunter, James Jahar Perez, Andre Glayton, Kevin Edward Peterson Jr., Aiden Ellison, Daniel Stacy Reynolds,
Terrell Kyrene Johnson, Christopher Kalanji, Kevin Lamont Jetson, Kendrick James, Quanice D. Hayes, Jason Washington, Patrick Kinnan, Lauren L. Bruce. How many names do I have to say? Over one of those names were killed in the last 5 years right here. We are marching today. We marched today. We congregated today for Kevin Peterson Jr., but this is every day. This is every week. I just read off 15 names. 15 names. Who knew more than 5 of them? There's too many. There's too many. They keep it going. If they kill so many of us, we'll forget they're killing us. Never underestimate the ability of the human mind to make a terrible situation normal. There's a name for it. What do we call that? Stockholm Syndrome. If you don't know what happened in Stockholm, look it up. Okay? Because when they abuse you long enough, and we see it through slavery, when they beat us long enough, when they hurt us long enough, when they deny us our human rights for long enough, we forget we have them. And as the resilient people that we are, as the beautiful black people that we are, as the invincible and undefeatable black people that we are, we adapt to anything. We thrive in anything. They turned us into cattle, and we came back and became their artistic conscience. Damn. They buried us like a seed, and we came back like an oak tree. Let's go. And they hang in our branches, and they cut our pretty leaves off, and they walk around like they made that shit. And here we are just asking that they don't tear apart our trunk. We say, you can have our branches, you can have our leaves, you can have the flowers, you can have the starch, our seeds create other places, but you can't have our soul. They can never have our soul. They can kill all of us, they will never take our soul. Black people, and particularly black women, are the conscience of the white man. They are the conscience of America. I've never been led wrong by a black woman. Not in my life. Y'all better listen, and they're raising our sons. They're raising our sons. We're raising our sons and our daughters. And everyone else in between. We are raising this country. We have brought a consciousness to this country that they cannot avoid because they created their mess. That's why they always blame us, because they want to ignore the context that this is their fault. It's like when you buy the wrong ingredients to come home to cook and your food ain't right. It's never going to be right. If you ain't never bought the right shit, they ain't never treated us right, so they will never have peace. They will never have peace. We stand here tonight in solidarity and vigil, but we know the anger in our hearts. These people will never have peace. I will never give them peace. You will never give them peace until they give us justice. There is no peace without justice. If someone takes something from you and tells you, hey, we're equal, then why did you take what? Reparations are just giving us our land back is justice. Everything else is talk. Everything else is just us dealing with our emotions. And they look at how we process and they think that's what we want. We do what we have to do to get by for us. And when we step out of that, that's when we need to go talk to them. We have to stop processing our emotions through their lens. We need to process our shit, and then we need to go and take it to them. We will. For every time they bury one of us, we will ensure that that seed is watered. And that's what we are. We are not some rocks they're putting under the ground. We are the seeds that built this country. The seeds come from fruit, right? When we grow, we fruit. We have new children, new seeds, create new plants to create new fruit. They are trying to cut us off so we can't grow. We're going to grow. And every time they bury one of us, it's a motherfucking seed. If they kill me, turn this shit down, it's a motherfucking seed. You hear me? You hear me? If they come to my man right here, we're burning this shit down. I don't care. We may process first. We may have to do what we have to deal with first. We may have to get our legal things in order. We may have to take the time. Nobody out here should be telling this family when to move.
Nobody out of this crowd or anywhere else should be out there saying, I'm doing this for the family, and they vote for the family. This is their pain. We may have some politics going on, but we cannot take their pain and make it our politics. Their pain is their pain. If they want to join us, they will. If Kevin Peterson Sr. or anyone else in the family would like to speak, we would like to have you. And if you want to be quiet, we respect you being quiet. There is no program, no schedule for this. We got plans, and this family is the focus. So therefore, anything that they want today is theirs. And if everyone here is not with that, then you're not here for the right reasons. I want to give it up for my man, Kevin Peterson Sr.
And the family is asking for them not to film. We're going to go ahead and end it right here, though, Black Label Reviews family. Drop a comment below. One love.